You may wonder what's in this box and why it looks like this. I think I'm going to do a special episode about the services provided by this wonderful company, which I'm not gonna advertise now because I'm mad because of them. And you are going to see how they treat your packages, as you may not know by the outside of the box, which is now the inside of the box as it was turned over. Inside there is a quadcopter, and this is how it was treated by this wonderful company here and the customs. So the box was cut and then used tape on it, and they weren't even capable of putting it back together. And you are going to see what is inside and how it looks. This is the new WLtoys Q333 Quadcopter. This is looking like a very known model, which is the Inspire one made by DJI, but this is also a reduced size quadcopter. It's not the full size of Inspire one, but it's very similar to it, not in performance but in appearance. Also the arms move just like the Inspire, as they have actually three positions. This is the landing position, they have a middle position and an up position. You also get LEDs in front and in back. It has brushed motors. They are not brushless, but you can see here they have even cooling fins added to the motor casing to improve cooling and expand their life expectancy. And inside the box you're also going to get a small manual, as this quad is now officially launched and it's new on the market. You can find info about it down under the video, where you can actually buy it, and more specifications. So in the manual you get a combination of Chinese and English, and you can understand most of the things. And this is for the FPV system, how to install it. So inside the box, if you use that wonderful company, you'll get a mess, a lot of mess, like fingerprints, and this just came off the FPV screen. This, and of course fingerprints on the screen, so this should stay here. And this is a sun hood, like this. I wonder if it works. Yes, it works, but I don't have the antenna installed. So moving on, we get the charger. This is for the LiPo battery of the quad. This is a charging adapter for the battery. As you will see, the battery looks like this. It has the same design of the original Inspire battery, and it will go in just like this, and it uses this kind of connector. And to charge it, you are going to use this adapter, which is going to plug in like this, and then you are going to connect the outlet adapter. And this also balances the LiPo. And you also get a empty plastic bag in which you probably got this USB charger. This is for charging the LCD monitor, and a bracket for attaching the LCD monitor to the transmitter, and the FPV antenna for the receiver, plug adapter, the card reader, which has a card inside. It's a 4 GB card. This should go into the quad. The transmitter also it's full of fingerprints. I bet that wonderful company that was very interested on this Inspire 1 clone, and it has a nice feel. It has rubber coating plastic, so it has lots of grip. It feels very nice. The antenna does not come off like on other quads which have a fake antenna. It even has a screw to hold it in. And you get a lot of buttons, trim buttons. This is for controlling the landing gear. This is for controlling the camera. And here you have rates mode. You can select speed 20, 40, 60 or something like that until 100%. No, 40, 60, 80 and 100%. You also can control the quad lights from here, and you have an option to use headless mode, which can be assigned to this or this, which also has a push button, but that is to be seen. Right, so that's the transmitter, and of course you also get the props, which are one is out of the bag and the rest are in the bag. So you get two sets of props. They are very large props and white, as you can see. But let's move on to the quad. Here you have the FPV antenna. It has a foam cushion for landing, and it has foam on the landing gear. So the FPV camera sits here, and it's not angled down, it's just straight. So that's okay, because a lot of cheaper quads have this camera facing down, and when you are flying it and going forward, the quad will face down, and the camera it's also faced down, and you are going to film ground. But with a straight camera it's a bit more okay. It will have been really nice if the camera could be tilted up a bit, so when you fly fast forward the camera will be leveled, but at least it's straight and it's not pointing down, which is better than most other toy quads. I have also found these two thumb screws, which are used for attaching this bracket to the transmitter like this, and then you are going to put the monitor like this and use the screws to secure them with the antenna. So it goes like this, and one goes here and the other one goes like that. Now fitted, so you have the LCD screen fitted on the transmitter like that, and let's also complete the setup with the antenna like this. The antenna has adjustable angle, and of course you can rotate it 360 degrees like any other simple dipole antennas. Now I'm going to take the SD card out of the included reader, and I'm going to insert it into the aircraft. It has a slot here for the card, and it goes in nicely, flushed inside. Right, so I have also installed batteries in the transmitter. It takes 6 AA batteries. Now I'm going to plug in the battery, which just simply clicks in like that, and it's inside. And I'm gonna turn on the transmitter. As you can see, the arms have switched to normal position, which is middle position, so they are level with this here, so the weight is equally distributed all over the aircraft. So the main part, which is the heaviest, sits on its belly, and also the arms are there, and the motors are already armed. And if I push the landing gear button, magic takes place, and now the arms are up. Once again they go to middle position, and another time they will get into lower position or landing position. The quad can land like this, but because it's very heavy, it's recommended to actually land it like this, because weight will be distributed better, and you will not risk overstraining the gears inside. Now let's power on also the LCD monitor if it has enough battery. So it has battery, and it's already having image there, and there is no adjustment for it, so it's fixed channel, but it looks very good. It doesn't have static lines or dots or something like that. And if I press this button here, you can see the recording has started, so you can control the recording, and you also get a confirmation light here that the camera is recording. And if I press it again, now the camera is on standby. And if I press this button here, this means that the camera is taking pictures, and you can see that on screen. And if I press this button, now it records, as you can see. So you can know what the camera is doing just by looking at this LED. You also get this bright green front lights and red at the back, which looks very nice. Let's see if I turn off the light. You can see they are really glowing nicely, and you can also control them from the transmitter. You have a button dedicated for them, so you can turn them on or off as you wish. Before flight, it's recommended that you calibrate the gyro, as this box was trashed by the transport company, and it was thrown around and around and around, and people looked at it, say, wow, that is an Inspire 1, but not an Inspire 1. Anyway, I'm not going to tell more about them, as I'm making too many advertisements for them. To calibrate the gyros, you are going to put both sticks on the left down side, and now I'm going to release them, and that means the gyro is calibrating, and now the gyro is leveled and is calibrated, which is going to make the flight more smooth, and the quad will be a lot more stable. But it's very important to do that on a very level surface. So the quad is its arm. The next part is going to be the flight test. I'm going to also install the props. The props are very easy to install. I'm going to turn off the transmitter, and also keep in mind that this battery must be removed, because there is no power on off switch. So if you leave it here, it will over discharge. So when you are done flying, take it out of the quad. To install the props, it's very easy. You have signs on the motor pods of where each propeller must spin, which direction, and you also have signs on the propellers, like here. So this one spins this way, like this one here. So you are going to twist off this cap. I'm gonna put some more light and I'm gonna show you some details. If you carefully take it out, you are going to find a lot of grease, and there is a metal washer inside which is supposed to sit on top of the propeller, so you are going to put this away. Install the prop. The props are having this locking mechanism, so just slide them in and then they will go over the nylon there, and carefully put the washer on top. Here's the washer, you can see it, it's full of grease. I'm gonna put the washer here, and then you are going to twist the cap like this. So I don't know how much to make it tight. I don't want to lose my props in flight, but just hand tighten them, and the rest for the remaining 3 of them. So be sure to follow me, and soon I'll put part 2 with it flying. Bye bye.